Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of The Guido Goes Off. As always, I thank you folks for watching. As always, thank you to those who are tuning in for the first time. And if you have yet to join the Few But Faithful, hit the subscribe button and welcome aboard. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start with some news that broke earlier today. And that being Colt Cabana has filed a lawsuit against C.M.Punk. This does stem from the lawsuit that was filed by Dr. Chris Amon against Punk and Cabana for Punk's statements on the Art of Wrestling podcast. As we know, it was settled a while. It was ruled in favor of Punk and Cabana a while ago, so they did not have to pay any of the $4 million that Dr. Amon was seeking. However, during this time, apparently, Punk agreed to pay half of Cabana's legal fees, which, as we are finding out, has gone into the amount of about $517,000. So he agreed to pay around, agreed to pay half of that. Well, when Cabana said, apparently Cabana reached out to Punk recently and asked about his disagreement, Punk said, quote, "You're on your own." So this is why Cabana feels that he has needed to take legal matters in this case. According to the files, Cabana is seeking $200,000 in compensatory damages, so around half of his legal fees, and $1 million in punitive damages. I mean, this does suck to see that a simple disagreement between friends, as we know, these two were in the business together, became great friends, and now it's come to this, where this disagreement is needing to go to court. Again, as of right now, there has been no response from Punk. Nothing as to where the case goes from here. This is brand new news, so I am sure we will be hearing more about this in the future, the coming days. And as always, once I find out more, I will tell you guys. We'll all talk about this. So again, Colt Cabana is suing CM Punk for a total amount of around $1.2 million. Again, more on this story as it develops. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we did receive some unfortunate news in both the wrestling and the YouTube world. It was talked about today through various sources and released through his Facebook. The passing of the Spartan Swinger, Brian Danovich, or Brian Carlocci, as he was known. It's being said that he either late yesterday or early today, Danovich took his own life. For those of you who didn't know Danovich, he was a wrestler known as the Spartan Swinger. His biggest claim to fame is being part of the tryouts for the $1 Million Tough Enough. He had gone in for the auditioning process. He had made it to the beach tryouts, and during the bench press, tore his pectoral muscle. And even after that, gutted it through the obstacle course and won the hearts of several fans and highly impressed the judges for his grit and determination. He was then signed. He did not enter into the competition because of the injury, but he was still signed to a developmental deal with WWE. Unfortunately, his time in developmental was laden with injury after injury, and after about 2 years, like I said, even though WWE paid for all his treatments and all that, after about I think 2 years, he was released from his deal because of the liability. Um, he has been known in recent years working with several wrestling YouTubers, specifically Brian Zane of Wrestling with Regret, and also working with V Infuso, the social injustice warrior. Um, Interestingly enough, on the episode where V had a lot of people helping out, um, reading mean comments and tweets toward him, uh, Danovich did tell how at one point V came to him saying that, or V talked to him saying that he didn't know if keeping going with the channel was worth it. And Danovich then said, "You need to keep going. You've got something great here," and basically inspired him to keep going. And I mean, even though it's not a huge audience, but V does do good numbers. But again, like I said, even though he was in a lot of pain due to all the injuries, he always tried to keep a positive attitude, always tried to keep a smile on his face and the faces of those around him. Again, we're sorry to hear about this. If you, I know there's been tributes done, of course, by Brian and V. If you want to go to their channels to see them, again, unfortunate news. Brian, the Spartan Swinger, Brian Danovich, passing away. Our thoughts, of course, our thoughts and prayers are with his family during this very difficult time. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of The Guido Goes Off. Once again, folks, I thank you all for watching. I want to hear your thoughts on the topics I covered in this episode. So please, drop anything in the comment section below. As always, you can talk to me via my social media, my Twitter and Instagram, as well as the Guido Goes Off Facebook page. Go ahead, jump on there, give that a like, give it a follow. And as always, please like these videos, share them with everyone you know, and if you have yet to join the Few But Faithful, please do so. Once again, thank you for joining us. I am the Guido, and I think we're done here.